against Mamata Banerjee when it comes to the comments from Minister Akhil Giri against President Droupadi Murmu, who commented on her looks. Now, the BJP has demanded an apology from Mamata Banerjee as well as the ouster of Akhil Giri from the West Bengal government, and protests have now erupted in the city of Kolkata. So the BJP, as I was saying, leaving no stone unturned to take on the Mamata Banerjee government. Those visuals on your screen as the TMC minister is under fire, the BJP leading the charge in the capital city of West Bengal. Shaugata is back with us on the phone. Shaugata, so why did this event get preponed on such a short notice?
Well, the program was initially supposed to start at 2 o'clock. The BJP probably decided that they would try and make the most of it because some of the workers had already gathered before the party office. Even before the program was supposed to begin. So they probably have decided to, get on with it. Right now, they are, assembled outside the BJP state headquarters in central Kolkata, where they are demonstrating and also planning to burn an effigy of Akhil Giri. Obviously, the idea is to, hog as much of spotlight as possible in terms of protest against the comment made by Giri about the president, which was obviously in very bad taste. But one has to see as to whether the protests remain limited to just protests, or whether there is any kind of a law and order situation that may arise out of the current context, because there are multiple protests that are scheduled that have been scheduled by the party, not just in Kolkata but also in the districts. Back to you.
Absolutely. So it's said to be a pan-Bengal protest. That's what Agnimitra Paul also told us here just a few minutes back. Shaugata, they've demanded the ouster of Akhil Giri from the state cabinet. Also, they have demanded an apology directly from Mamata Banerjee. We've seen the TMC leaders come on social media, and there's those visuals on your screen burning the effigy of Akhil Giri on the streets of Kolkata. This happening right outside the BJP headquarters, ladies and gentlemen. But Shaugata, when it comes to the reaction of the TMC camp, the TMC always plays fire with fire. So if the BJP is upping the ante, the TMC is likely to react in kind.
Well, that's a possibility given the fact that the ground situation in the run-up to the panchayat polls, especially in the districts of Bengal, is also politically very vulnerable. So, the party would very carefully weigh its pros and cons before taking the next step on this particular issue. And if for everyone comes, we'll have to see how and when it is actually made public, if at all the party decides to take any kind of disciplinary step against Akhil Giri, not just on being his minister and cabinet minister ranked leader in the party, but also the fact that he is the coordinator for the party in West Midnapur district. So he is simultaneously holding positions in the government as well as within the party. So there is a chance that the Trinamool Congress will weigh its schemes very, very carefully before making its official statement. However, we do know, and as you rightly pointed out, individual leaders have across the country from the party, condemned the statement made by Giri. Not so much the Bengal leaders so far, perhaps because of the fact that they are waiting for the party to take a formal stand on this issue.
Right. And Shaugata, you were also pointing out that this is coming in the run-up to the panchayat elections as well in West Bengal. Decode the politics for us. Beyond the outrage of the BJP, how can this work against the TMC?
Well, of course, one has to understand that, the BJP, when it's upping the ante against the Trinamool Congress vis-a-vis this particular issue, the issue of the tribals and the SC/ST community, the backward classes, the backward class community are also, taken into the political equation as far as the BJP is concerned, simply because of the fact that President Murmu represents the tribal community of the country. And of course, in the wake of the fact that the elections, the rural body elections are not very far, there is a sizable section of tribal community in central Bengal. And interestingly, Mamata Banerjee is scheduled to visit central Bengal, the tribal areas of central Bengal, Jhargram, and so on, in the next couple of days, as part of her, outreach program. On behalf of both the party as well as the government. As far as the Trinamool Congress is concerned, the tribal vote bank is concerned, there is a lot at stake. And that's the reason why the party will, like I've been saying, weigh its scales very, very carefully. The BJP, on the other hand, has not much to lose. It will only take the offensive as far as possible and make this an issue, and that's exactly what they are doing in terms of generalizing the comment made by Akhil Giri into a matter of the government's attitude towards tribals in Bengal. So that is the strategy that the BJP has taken. It's also there is the Trinamool Congress will also have to develop a counter strategy to ensure that the loss in the tribal areas, as far as the party's popularity is concerned, is remained at a minimum. And it is in this cause that the party will obviously decide what action it has to take against Akhil Giri, if at all it decides to take any action. Back to you.
Right. I'm also joined by TMC sympathizer, if you will, Manojit Mandal, who's joining us on CNN News 18. Mr. Mandal, your first reaction. The BJP's demand is that you should oust Akhil Giri as soon as possible from the cabinet, as well as they're demanding that Mamata Banerjee issue an apology as soon as possible.
So, first of all, we have been maintaining from the last evening, the moment the story broke out, that the party cannot and does not endorse this kind of comment. Party has in fact condemned the statement. I myself, on a TV channel live, I maintained that this is not the party's stand, and the party has spoken to that person concerned, and he has also unconditionally apologized today. If you listen to his statement, we have got tremendous respect for not just the chair of the president, and this is beyond question, but for the person also, and that really would be suggested from Mamata's statement when the election was going on. If you could remember, Mamata categorically stated, had she been able to know about her candidate, she would have probably supported her. We had a political difference with the BJP, but certainly not with the president or the candidate at that point in time. This was clearly stated. And the statement made by the minister, as I mentioned, has got no connection with the party. In fact, he has also apologized. We really do not need any lesson from BJP, where the BJP is every other day insulting Mamata. She is also holding a constitutional position. She is also the woman chief minister in the country, the only one. Every other day she is being called King John. She is being called Mumtaz Begum. She is being called a person who is sheltering terrorists. Even yesterday also on your channel, I heard one spokesperson saying that Mamata is sheltering terrorists. So, I mean, we really do not need any lecture from the BJP. And these people